What's up, y'all? It's your boy Ace Billions. And as a black business owner, I felt it necessary that I spoke on the topic on what's going on in America right now. Um, it's pretty crazy how a lot of people are approaching this situation, which I mean, everybody got a right to act and react on how they want to react and however they feel. But when it comes down to having a problem and then creating a solution to an issue, there has to be more than just a reaction that goes on. We all human, we all have feelings, and we have the way that we handle things. But when it comes to actually making a lasting impact on our community, on our country, and actually making a lasting longevity change, it's going to take more than just a reaction. It's going to take more of a strategic plan on, and that might not happen right away. The results that it's just like anything, the results ain't going to be a quick hit. Putting this together, and really, as all the leaders and all the entrepreneurs, all the business owners that actually have a say in the community, it's imperative that we come together and we make a plan that's actually going to work for everybody, without all the violence, without all the destruction that's going on. Because with all that destruction comes that stereotypical image that they had already put, and not even saying they, like people, period. It's not about black, it's not about white, it's not about anything but the fact that there was something wrong that happened when there was something right that should have happened. And the wrong and right has always been the issue. Racism has always been the issue. And that has nothing to do with color. That has to do with mindset. That has to do with how people think and habits that they formed over generations. See, us as black people, me as a black man, I understand that we have formed our own habits in generations. And the only way to go and change those things and become a better race in a whole as humans, we have to start breaking those generational habits and changing things. Like really changing things. And looting and robbing and destroying and burning and violence has never been the solution to any of this. There's an economic way to solve things, and there's a human way to solve things. And then there's the violent way, which never solves things. It just makes things worse. If we can come together as a community and figure out a solution to those issues, like as we continue to pay these people's taxes that pay the policemen that aren't protecting us, they're going to be able to continue to fund their operations and continue to control the community and control your cities and control the people. Until we find a way and take our power back economically and form units and open up businesses, until we decide to vote instead of just letting, it's too much. We form the habit of letting things happen to us. We form the habit of reacting instead of being proactive. We form the habit of when things bad happen is when everybody want to act. But when everything is good, you forget about the values that something bad can happen, to protect yourself. And knowing your laws and knowing your rules and knowing your regulations and knowing the policies. Like if you don't know the Constitution, if you don't know the laws, how can you protect yourself? The laws are meant to protect us. They're not meant to work against us if you know the laws. And if you understand how much value you bring in as a community. Every minority came to America, and it has nothing to do with being black. It has nothing to do with being Mexican. It has nothing to do with being any other race but a person. There's gonna be hate. And people hate when they think people hate you and treat you like you're inferior when you act inferior, and when you bring inferior and when you bring little to the table. We as a Black community and minorities, period, we have that value that we can bring, but we choose not to bring it. It's time to stand up. It's time to decide that we bring more than just violence. We bring more than just entertainment. We bring more than just excitement or our culture. The culture is cool and the culture is long lasting, and that's what we're known for. But let's bring something more to the table. Let's bring something that can actually shift our lives for us and for the generations to come. It's going to start now. You might not see change right away. And the more you try to force it, the more you try to force that change, the more it's going to get further and further and further and further away. It's a longevity process. We have to start the process. And it's going to start with you. It's going to start with me. It's going to start with us. So I'm willing to do whatever it takes. I'm willing to come together with all the leaders and all the business owners, Black business owners, Mexican business owners, Indian. I don't care what race you are. If y'all want to make a change, if y'all want to do something to impact this world and impact this city and your city and make it last, let's do it. It's nothing stopping us but us. Make sure y'all register to vote. Don't forget that. That's the most important thing. You do have the power to vote. You do have the power to change. And people fought for us and they died for us to do so. So do not shame them by not doing that. And that's the reason why they died for it, because it makes an impact. It makes a change. So if that's what if y'all really ready and y'all really want to make this happen, the choice is yours, baby. Nothing can stop us, and it'll never stop us. Let's get it.